G'day and welcome back to the channel. Joe here, and today's video is on day 6 of the Grampians Peaks Trail. So today we left Bugiga Campground and made our way to Yalug Campground. It's a 14.7 kilometre hike. We left at 8 AM and arrived at about 2:30 PM, and that was including taking a few breaks, having some lunch, having a coffee and taking in the views. Some of the highlights for me on this particular day were definitely summiting Mt Rosea and taking in the spectacular views, and we were lucky to have some good weather as well. And the trail itself was really fun. You had dirt sections, rocky slabs, steep rocky slab sections, and you come across these boulder sections and rocky outcrops which we had to sort of scramble over and weave our way through and go under, and it was really fun. There was also a cool bridge that connected you to two sections with a large drop underneath. It was really handy having that there, so it saved you going down, around and up, and it was just beautiful view. So they were some of the highlights for me on the day. The track was easy to follow, once again, well signposted, and there were some Grampians Peaks Trail markers to point you in the right direction. I must say though, when you get to those open rocky slab sections, keep an eye out for the next marker before looking around, because you can get distracted with the views, the scenery, the landscapes. If you're careful, being vigilant in keeping an eye out for the markers, you won't have any issues. Well, we didn't anyway. Making our way down from the summit, it went from boulders, rocky slab sections back down to a dirt footpad and bush setting, and eventually get to a creek. It was pretty full because we'd had a lot of water, a lot of rain the few days prior, so the creek was in full flow. Across the creek, we even had a swim in there actually. We freshened up, had a swim in there before making our way to Yalug Campground. This campground was probably my least favourite. It was a little bit untidy in terms of it just needed to clean up, a bit of maintenance. It was an open communal area, so there's some chairs and tables there. There was no shelter. The tent pads were the timber tent pads with the retractable chains, so you could anchor your tent down to the chains and they retract and adjust and whatnot. This campground also had some tent pads which were the sandy, pebbly type ones. So you had those and the timber decks. I'd advise bringing some extra guy line just in case you need to improvise to get the perfect pitch for your tent. The campground did have a toilet there and 4 USB ports to charge your equipment. So there was a charge station, there was a toilet, there was a campground, there was water tank there, so you had water, which was terrific, but there was also a creek before you get to the campground, about 800 meters or 900 meters before the campground. If you needed to get some water, you could also get it from the creek. Any water you collect, treat it. Well, I do anyway, just in case. Treat it using water purification tablets or a water filter of some type, and there's plenty out there on the market. Another great day on the trail, just beautiful scenery, great footpad, well signposted, real fun to hike. Also, this day was the first day that we saw a snake on the trail, so be careful, especially in summer. This was spring, it was still cold, so I was actually surprised we saw a snake, but the sun was out and we saw a few snakes over the upcoming day, so they were out there. I actually stepped over this one. I didn't see it. It was tucked in behind a large rock which I'd on the trail, literally on the trail. So I stood on the rock, stepped down, walked over. Then my brother-in-law, who was behind me, said, "Well, there's a snake." I don't know how he saw it. He was standing on the rock and managed to happen to look down at the same time, and he saw it curled up just resting there at the bottom of this rock. They are out there. Be careful, guys, be careful. All in all, another awesome day on the trail. Loved every moment of it. There was plenty of water around. If you're going to do this hike or any hike where you're reliant or dependent on water sources, ring the national parks to see what the water situation is like. So if you're going to do this track, I strongly recommend ringing Parks Victoria to see what the water situation is like, to make sure you're carrying enough water. Throughout the whole trail, I only carried 2 1-litre bottles of water, and that was plenty for me. But it was a cooler time of year, it wasn't really hot, and there was plenty of water around if I ever needed extra between camps, but I didn't need to. I was quite fortunate there. If you like this video, please give us a big thumbs up, hit the like and subscribe button, and if you have any comments or questions you'd like to ask, leave them in the comment section below and I'll answer them best possible. I'm going to leave you with some footage of the trail now, but like always, thank you for watching and supporting the channel. Till next time, happy hiking. Bye for now.